Good morning, students. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. Okay. So, we completed with the last two units. So, we are left with the first three units. It's basically about mobile value-added services. Uh, can anyone just tell me what you mean by a value-added service? What idea you have regarding value-added services? What do you think? What should be a value-added service that you are using in current time in mobile? You can respond in the chat box also. Uh, I just want to know what do you mean by a value-added service and what kind of value-added services you are using currently. What do you think? You can tell me or you can write down your responses in the chat box. Please respond. You may be wrong. Don't worry. Whatever you think is a value-added service of mobile, just type in, or you can just tell me this is a value-added service in mobile. No one? Any idea? Okay. Pratham Shrestha has written warranty. Why warranty is a value-added service? Uh, please tell me why do you think that warranty is a value-added service? You are thinking that you are paying something, you are paying the value and the service you are receiving on behalf of that value. Yes, it's almost near to that, but uh, what are the facilities you are using? Okay, let me put it in a different way. What are the facilities you are using in a mobile apart from your regular phone calls? Just a phone call. Apart from the phone calls, voice. Uh, what are the rest of the facilities you are using in your yes, internet surfing, gaming, and what else you are using? Why WhatsApp you are not using in a extensive manner? SMS, yes, MMS will be there. Yes, these are all the value-added services in mobile that you are using currently. Okay, so the whole topic of value-added service will be revolving around what is SMS or what is the MMS, how they work. So all those things will be there. Okay, so we will be just studying about them in a detailed manner. Maybe most of the things you know, but some things you might not know. Okay, I just want to know. So today's class will be just a discussion on what you know, what you don't know, and we'll just, if time permits, we'll just browse through some of the things. And one more thing I want to know: do you know how packets travel in a network? You had the networks. Do you have computer networks? You studied computer networks? Just tell me yes or no. Yes. Can anyone tell me how a packet travels from source to destination in a computer network? Do you know these things? How packets travels from the source to destination in a network? How suppose, oh, okay, packet means suppose you are using your computer and you are browsing a website and you are placing your request to open a web page from a server, and you just type www.yahoo.com. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means you're requesting a page from the server. You're requesting a page from a server called Yahoo, right? Now, when you place your request, that request will go from the source to the destination server. Now, how will it go to the destination server? Do you know that process? I'm just asking that. Do you know that process? Yes, with the help of IP address, yes, since you should know in which address, from which address the packet is sent and to whom the packet will go. So similarly, when you're sending a message in a through your mobile phone, the same thing happens. Yeah, so you are sending from this number and it should reach this number, right? So that's why I'm just trying to know that you know the things or not, or I will have to go in details with how the message travels from the source to destination, to sender to receiver, basically. Okay. Okay, so it goes to the nearest router. It will go to the nearest router that your PC is connected to, and that router will see to which IP address you are trying to send your packet. Now, when it goes from the nearest router, it will go to your ISP, the internet service provider, and the internet service provider will look at the IP and it will check what is the uh, optimal path that should be taken. There may be many paths in the network, means the internet, to reach the destination through different routers. Now what will be the optimal path that will be taken, that the current router will row and it will forward it to the next router, then that router will again calculate the nearest path and it will forward to the next router. So in that process, it goes on from router to router unless it reaches the destination IP or the destination service provider. Then that service provider will give it to the current IP address that it is connected to. So that is in brief the whole process of how a packet travels from a source or a sender to the receiver. Okay. Okay. So that also is there. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. Okay. And just try to look at what is a mobile value added service. So basically, you need to know the definitions. What is a mobile value added service? What are the different services available? So that will be the first module for you people. Okay, so I have a PPT already prepared for this. So I'll share this after the class. Just go through that. Okay, so this is another one. Okay. So basically, I guess it is visible. Screen is visible to all. Screen is visible to all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So just a second. So this is the basically the definition of a value-added service. So we basically call it a VAS in popular telecom industry for non-core services. So that is, these are not the basic services that a telecom should provide, non-core, or in short, all services beyond standard voice call and fax transmissions. So apart from voice calls and fax transmission, whatever services are provided by the telecom industry, those will be known as the value added service. So these services may be free or it may bear some cost. Okay. So value added services gives you a added service apart from the basic services provided by the telecom industry. Okay, to the subscribers. So, technologies such as SMS, MMS, data access were historically usually considered as value-added services earlier. Okay, but in recent year, many more value-added services has come up. So basically, they have categorized them into consumer behavior VAS, network VAS, and enterprise VAS. There will be three categories on that. Okay. So, if we talk about value added services, so these are some of them that are being pointed out here, like WhatsApp, Facebook, Skype, all the things you know already. So, So this consumer behavior VAS is a group of value-added services that where the applications are designed only for the customer's requirement. Okay, behavior of the a customer, looking at the way the need of the customer is, those value-added services are provided. So nowadays all the applications that you are using, so that all applications apps in the mobile phone will be a value-added service, and it is a customer value behavior value-added service, since those apps are specifically designed for the customers, okay, or the users. And if we say network value added services, now the services that uses the network, okay, in order to transfer data, they are using the network services. Those are value added services compared to the network, okay, network specific. Okay, so there may be a game that you have downloaded and it is not live, you can play it in your own thing, so that is not a network specific. Something like whatsapp you always need a network, okay, so it is taking help from the internet in order to provide you the services. Those kind of services will be categorized under network bus. Similarly, we have another group called enterprise bus. So enterprise means to business. It is related to a company or some business. Okay. So any applications like you are using Mintra, a shopping site, or you are using Amazon app, or you are using Flipkart. All those are value-added services provided by the companies. So those will be known as enterprise value-added services. So that are those kind of services that are aiding in the company's business. Those kind of services will be enterprise value added services. Is it clear to all? These three categories, there will be a customer oriented, one will be network oriented, and one will be enterprise oriented VAS. So three categories they have categorized it. Okay, understood? So these things are not that difficult to understand. Now, some of the characteristics of mobile pass are, it is not a form of basic service, but rather adds value to total the services that are offering. It's like a top up that you have taken a mobile phone for calling someone, but apart from that, the smartphone that you are using can be used for various other purposes. Okay. So it increases the demand of core services. Okay, it's a standalone in terms of profitability and stimulates incremental demand of core services. Now you all will have a smartphone. Core service is making a call that you will always do. So it is increasing the demand of using the core service, but in profitability, all the value-added services are standalone services. They themselves make the profit from them. Okay. So it will not overcome the basic services. Basic services will always be there. It will not mask the basic service or it will hamper the basic services. It will always aid in the basic service, value-added services. So here it's already mentioned that it can be an add-on to the basic service, such as maybe sold at a premium price. Okay. So it is not a different path. So it will always be connected to the basic services. So in India, if we see uh, past decade, the use of value-added services is increasing very sharply. So that is depicted in this graph, basically. So these are all how the services are increasing day by day, and a graph it is always increasing. Since you are from the mobile background student, and you are a mobile, you are from a mobile background, so you have high opportunities if you know the market requirement, and you can design something from your own according to the market requirement. Any value added service, if you can prepare and design, since the market is always growing, requirement of value added services is always growing, and the trend shows this is a very old trend that was there. So if I can find a new trend, I'll just show it to you. So this is an old trend from 2009 to 2015, and till now this trend is growing. Everyone, we cannot nowadays we cannot think of spending our days without a smartphone. Can you think of anyone can think of that? Okay, I will not have a smartphone for one day, and think of a day when you are not using your smartphone. Okay, and you are not using the value-added services. So you cannot stay away from all of it. So it's being now in our day-to-day usage, and we are in a we are mutated in a sense. We can say we are dependent on the value-added services of mobile nowadays. Okay. So that's why the requirement is very high, and you will always need someone to provide the value added services to the customers, and where you people will come in and aid in that. If you have good grasp and knowledge of how a mobile value added service can be provided, so there are various opportunities, various roles that you can exploit. And since you are learning the things, so I request you, or I suggest you that you learn it properly. You have very good faculties out here who are teaching you mobile development, so take the knowledge from them. Okay, and it is a very good opportunity for you people to explore in that area. Okay, so you can go on. So now if we come back to the mobile percentage has grown leaps and bounds in the past half decade. Mobile subscriber base has increased from 100 million in 2006 to 330 million in 2007, only in 1 year, to 600 million in 2010. So it is always rising. Okay. Okay. So supply side drivers, the ascending market, innovative marketing strategies. Again, marketing strategies will be required. You can go into that field also, so that you can convince people that these are the value-added services available. We are providing this kind of value-added services to you, and if you can take it, these are the benefits you can exploit from them. So that is again a supply side way where you can put in some marketing. Okay. So how you reach out to a customer, again, if you know the whole thing properly, you can again go into value added services marketing field also. Okay, that also is a future you will have in that area. Also, with increase of the user base, if you think properly, one of the interesting fact is that the price of value added services is decreasing. And with the new trend, when Geo came in, again the cost of value-added services, the internet cost has gone down, and also, and if you think nowadays, most of the apps are free to download in Android. You don't have to pay anything. So that's why the user base has increased leaps and bounds. Okay. Also, internet facilities, also the bandwidth has been increasing day by day, and research is going on to provide quality of service to users. Now, if we talk about quality of service, that means you get a good bandwidth, uninterrupted communication. Okay. And internet speed is so much nowadays that you can avail so much of internet speed and bandwidth that you can use it in various other ways, and communication has grown leaps and bounds. So we are taking class now online. That is a value added service we are using, but from your mobile you may have logged in and to the class, and you are attending a class using Cisco WebEx. So that is a value added service you are using, and this was not possible 10 years back when we were using 2G services or 3G services, since it would have been buffering. The video the video services, okay, the video services or VoIP, voice over IP services were not that advanced 10 years or 15 years back. But nowadays it's possible. Everyone can connect to everyone in this globe and can have a video chat in a uninterrupted way. So these are the things that is again aiding in developing new value-added services, and the market is always growing. Okay, the for the value-added services of mobile. So here, since this slide was made way back, so it's talking about 3G, but currently we are running about 4G services. Okay, so we all know what are the services we are using. We can book tickets online. We are using, we are looking at Netflix, OTT. Again, that is a value-added service that you are using. So what is OTT? What is OTT? Can anyone help me? What is OTT? Are you watching Netflix or Hotstar? Any one of you?
No, sir.
No, you are not looking into, you are not using Hotstar or Netflix. No one.
We have other such.
Yes,
Yes, sir, we are watching.
so basically your entertainment industry has come to your mobile phones. You don't have to go to theaters to watch movies nowadays. So that is a value-added service that we have got recently, and this is possible only because the quality of service of internet has risen leaps and bounds. We couldn't think of these things when we were studying, since at that time the internet speed was very low. So whenever we used to watch something in YouTube, so first it will buffer for some time. We have to wait for some time. Once buffering was done, then only we can view the things. But nowadays, buffering is gone. We cannot think of the buffering. If there is buffering, then we say, okay, this company should shut down. This ISP should shut down, since it cannot provide you the service that you need. Telecom company. Yes. So quality of service for internet users has risen leaps and bounds. That is also aiding in value-added, in providing value-added services in mobile. Okay. So that is another uh, and requirement of the customers are also rising day by day. Suppose I want to start up a new business. What will I do? I will first try to make a website, and the second thing I will need is an app for my business, so that I can reach maximum amount of users I want. So the demand side is the demand of value-added services from customer side is also increasing day by day. Okay, so that's why value-added service is very important. And yes, uh, so taking into account the market locally also we can use it, globally also we can use it. So it is a booming industry, not only for local users, it's for the global users also. So whatever way we want, we can use it. Okay, that is being told here. That is okay. So this is the basic introduction to what is a VAS and why do we want to use mobile value-added services. Okay, so coming classes, what we'll do, we'll go and look into what is a the SMS. Can anyone tell me what is a SMS? So it's a short messaging service. Okay, the full form is short messaging service. Okay, SMS. So basically, we will go into details of looking at what is the SMS and the basic concepts, how the SMS, what is an SMS, the architecture, how the SMS is sent across the network, uh, the whole architecture of sending an SMS. This will be discussed in the next class. I don't want to go into the details of it. Uh, so this module doesn't have much of uh, practical implementation as of now, but the theoretical background you need to understand. Okay, so this architecture we will explain basically how it is being implemented and how the SMS and MMS works. So this is the whole idea module that we will be learning. Okay, and we'll try to discuss some question answers regarding this also. And any queries from your side regarding VAS, that if it is not clear. So there are some practical coding codes also how to in Android app we can create a SMS, okay, and we can send it through. Do you know that we can also send SMS using mobile app? Did you people learn that how to send a message SMS through a mobile gateway using an Android app? Do you know that? Just tell me a yes or no. If you have not learned, we can discuss on that also. If you have learned, it's okay. Yes, please tell me yes or no.
No, sir.
No. Okay. So we will do that thing. How to create a app to send SMS. But for that, we will need a SMS gateway. We have to buy it maybe it's with a minimal value. So that we can do using websites also. Using a web application also, we can send SMS to your mobile phones. Okay. So both of them we'll look at in the coming classes then. If you have not learned that. Okay. So we'll try to exploit that also. And yes, any doubts regarding what is a VAS and why we are learning it? Now it is clear what is a value-added service. Pratham, it's not the warranty. It's the services that is being provided by the mobile ISP or the value-added services that your smartphone is providing. Okay. Okay. Any queries? No. Okay. Uh, So, everyone submitted the assignment that I have given. Anyone who is not able to submit, anyone who was not able to submit the assignment, tell me now. I will give you time for that. If you have not submitted, that will can carry some marks. Please submit.
Sir, I will submit today, sir.
Yes, please submit it. Please submit it, all of you, because I'll start to correcting from tomorrow. Then, okay. Please
Okay,
submit
sir.
it by today. Okay. Uh, anyone
Okay, sir.
who has issues with that, Google Classroom, you can find the assignment created. Google Classroom, you can find that assignment created, I think. So submit it there itself. Okay. Yes. Okay. No, okay. So we'll conclude today's class here. Next class, we'll go into details of what is SMS and SMS architecture, and then we'll try to create a Android app to send SMS, both Android and web app to send the SMS to your mobile phones. Okay. So that will be the target for the next coming classes. Okay, 1 week or 2 weeks of class we will do that. Okay, fine. If there are any queries, I'm waiting for that. If there are no queries, we can conclude the class. Okay, no queries from your side. then we can conclude the class. We meet in the next class again. Okay, bye for today. And update the attendance for both days. Huh? Previous days attendance also I have not provided maybe. So let's check if we can do that. Okay. Actually, we just had a assignment. Okay, leave it. Only for today's class, it's fine. I'll just keep